Good morning, one and all. Today we are going to discuss about the steady state stability. Okay, in the previous classes, we already discussed about the what are the different types of classifications are there for the system stability analysis. That is the steady state stability, dynamic stability, and the transient stability. Okay, in this case, what is the derivation for that steady state stability? That all will be discussed. Okay, therefore, the steady state stability limit of a particular circuit of a power system is defined as the, okay, it is defined as the maximum power that can be transmitted to the receiving end. Okay, therefore, the maximum power that can be transmitted to the receiving end without loss of synchronism. Okay, it is called as the steady state stability. Without losing the synchronism, what is the maximum power that can be transmitted at the receiving end? That all will be calculated by using this steady state stability. Okay, understand ma? First of all, what is meant by the steady state stability? Without losing the synchronism, how much amount of the maximum power that will be transmitted to the receiving end? Okay, that will be calculated. Okay, now we are considering the previous case derivation. That is the in the previous cases. Okay, that equation number 18, that is m per unit d square delta by dt square is equal to pi minus p, where pi is the input power and p is the electrical power. Okay, therefore, this can be written as m per unit is equal to h by pi f. Okay, and also we know that P is equal to Eg Vt by Xt. Okay, that will be derived in the case of a power state stability equation, power steady state stability equation, that is PE. Therefore, PE is equal to P max into sine delta. Therefore, PE is equal to P max into sine delta. That will be equal to Eg Vt by Xd into sine delta. Okay, consider this is the equation. Another equation. Then let the system be operating with a steady state power transfers of PA and PI. Therefore, the torque angle delta naught assume a small increment, that is the delta P. Okay, there is a small increment in that delta P. Then we are considering that is dou P by dou delta into delta delta, where delta delta is the small increment in that power P. Okay, therefore, the excess of that delta delta are described by md square delta delta by dt square is equal to, normally we can write that is pi minus p. But there is a small change in that power, then we are considering Pe naught plus delta P. Okay, then we are considering that is Pe naught plus delta Pe. Okay, this will be equal to the minus delta P. This will be equal to minus delta T. Okay, then this equation is m d square delta delta by delta d square plus dou Pe by dou delta and delta delta, that will be equal to 0. Otherwise, this can be written as mp square plus dou Pe by dou delta or delta delta, that will be equal to 0. Or this equation can be written as, that is where P is equal to d by dt. Okay, in this case, P is equal to the d by dt. Therefore, mp square plus dou de by dou delta is equal to 0. Therefore, mp square plus dou pe by dou delta is equal to 0. Therefore, we are considering the two roots. The two roots are, then P is equal to plus or minus dou pe dou delta by m into 1 power 1 by 2. Okay, therefore, dou Pe by dou delta is the positive. Okay, therefore, the roots are purely imaginary and conjugate, and the system behavior is oscillatory about delta naught. Okay, therefore, it will be greater than the 0. And then it is a negative. The roots are the real. Okay, therefore it is the negative. The roots are the real, one positive and the other negative, but of equal magnitudes. Okay, therefore the torque angle that therefore increases without bond upon the occurrence of a small power increment, and the synchronism is lost. Okay, therefore it will be less than 0. Therefore dou PE by dou delta naught is known as the synchronizing coefficients, and also it is called as the stiffness of synchronous motion, and also it is called as the stiffness of synchronous motion, and it is denoted as SP, and it will be denoted as SP. Okay, this coefficients is given by, therefore this coefficients is given by SP is equal to dou PE by dou delta. This will be equal to SP. That will be equal to S means the power, therefore it will be equal to P max cos delta, P max cos delta. If we are including the damping term in this equation, therefore D is the damping term, M D square delta delta by delta D square plus D into delta delta by del dt, dou PE by dou delta delta delta, that will be equal to 0. Or this equation can be written as d square delta by dt square plus d delta by d by m. Okay, we are multiplying with and dividing with the m. Then it will be considered as d square delta by dt square plus d into 1 by m is equal to pi f by h. Okay, we know the formula for that m. Okay, what is the formula for m? That is h by pi f. That is equal to h by pi f. Okay, therefore we are substituting 1 by m is equal to pi f by h. Okay, in this equation we are substituting. This will be equal to the SP. Therefore SP pi f by h delta delta. Therefore dou PE by dou delta is equal to power, that will be equal to SP. Okay, this will be replaced with the SP. Therefore, d square delta delta by dt square plus this total term will be considered as 2 tau omega n. Therefore, this will be considered as omega n square, where omega n is equal to square root of pi f sp by h, and tau is equal to d by 2 pi f h sp. Okay. In this equations, omega n is equal to square root of pi f sp by h, and tau is equal to d by 2 pi f h sp. Okay, so therefore, damped frequency of oscillation. Therefore, what is the formula for damped frequency of oscillation? That is omega d. Therefore, omega d is equal to omega n, that is the natural frequency, into square root of 1 minus tau square, where omega n is this formula and tau is equal to this formula. Therefore, the time constant t is equal to 1 by tau omega n. Tau by 1 by tau omega n. Okay, this will be equal to 2h by pi f d. Okay, we are considering this will be equal to 2h by pi f d. This is the time constant t, and this is the values for omega n and the tau, and this is the damping frequency omega d. Okay, by using these formulas, how we will calculate the steady state stability for the system. Okay, remember those formulas, and then we calculate the steady state stability for the system. First, coming to the first problem. Okay, find the maximum steady state power capability of a system consisting of a generator, equivalent reactance of 0.4 per unit connected to an infinity bus. Okay, this is the generator. Okay, therefore this generator is connected to the reactance that is 0.4 per unit. Okay, therefore the generator G1 is connected to the reactance that is the XD. Therefore XD is equal to 0.4 per unit. Okay, connected to an infinity bus through a series reactance. Okay, therefore that will be connected to the series reactance that is X is equal to 1.0 per unit. Okay, therefore the terminal voltage of the generator is held at 1.10 per unit. Okay, therefore the terminal voltage that is the V. Okay, therefore V is equal to 1.1 at an angle of 0 per unit, and the voltage of infinity bus. Okay, this is the voltage of infinity bus, that will be V is equal to 1 at an angle of 0 degrees. Therefore V is equal to 1 at an angle of 0 degrees. Okay, find the steady state power capability of a system or steady state stability for that system. Okay, we are considering the generator that will be connected in series to that reactance, equivalent reactance, that is the XD. Therefore XD is equal to 0.4 per unit and X is equal to 1.0 per unit. Okay, in this case the voltage is equal to 1 at an angle of 1.1 at an angle of 0, or that will be connected to the infinity voltage, that is V is equal to 1 at an angle of 0 degrees. That will be connected to the infinity bus, that is 1 at an angle of 0 degrees. Okay, clear ma? How I will be calculate the steady state stability for that system? Okay, therefore we are consider that is Eg at an angle of delta. Okay, therefore what is the formula for that voltage? Therefore Vg is equal to Vt plus Jxd into I. Vt plus Jxd into I. From the given circuit diagram, we write down that is Eg at an angle of delta is equal to Vt plus Jxd into I. Okay, in this case, okay, we write down the I formula. Okay, by using this, we write down the I. Okay, this will be considered as V. Okay, therefore V is equal to Vt plus Jxd into I. Okay, apply KVL in the previous circuit, then we obtain V is equal to Vt plus Jxd into I. Okay, from this formula, consider this is the equation number 1. Okay, from this equation number 1, we write down the formula for I. Okay, therefore, what is the formula for I? That is current Vt minus V by Jx. Okay, what is the Vt value? That is 1.1 at an angle of theta is the Vt, that is the terminal voltage, and this is the V, that is the infinity bus. Okay, therefore Vt is equal to 1.1 at an angle of theta minus V is equal to 1 at an angle of 0 degrees by what is the X? That is the reactance, that is 1.0 per unit. Therefore X is equal to 1.0 per unit. Okay, consider this is the equation number 2. Consider this is the equation number 2. Okay, and then this is the formula for that I. Okay, and then equating these two equations. Okay, by equating these two equations, therefore Eg at an angle of delta is equal to Vt. Okay, what is the Vt value? That is 1.1 at an angle of theta plus Jxd. Okay, what is the Xd value? That is 0.4. Okay, therefore J 0.4 into I. Okay, what is the I value? That is 1.1 at an angle of theta minus 1 at an angle of 0 degrees by J1. Okay, by simplifying this equation, okay, by simplifying this equation and then expand this term, okay, therefore theta is equal to the cos theta plus J sin theta. Therefore, this theta will be replaced with the cos theta plus J sin theta. Then we calculate that values. Okay, therefore EG at an angle of delta. Okay, and then this is equation number 3. Okay, therefore we are calculating, then we calculate the maximum steady state power capability, that is delta is equal to 90 degrees. Then we calculate the maximum steady state power capability. Okay, how we will be calculate that maximum steady state power capability? That is maximum steady state means the, therefore delta is equal to 90 degrees. Therefore the maximum steady state limit, that is delta is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, and then we substitute delta is equal to 90 degrees in this equation. That is real part of equation is 0. In this case, the real part will be equal to 0. Therefore, 1.54 cos theta minus 0.4 is equal to 0. Okay, then we calculate that theta, that is theta is equal to 74.9 degrees from this equation. Then the real part will be equal to 0. Then we are considering, therefore EG. Okay, therefore EG is equal to 1.54 sine 74.9 degrees. 1.54 sine 74.9 degrees. .9 degrees. Therefore, that will be 1.486 per unit. Therefore, that will be 1.486 per unit. Then Vt is equal to, therefore, Vt is equal to 1.1 at an angle of 74.9 degrees. Why it will be represent like that? That means Vt. What is the terminal voltage? That will be equal to 1.1 at an angle of theta. Therefore, we are calculating the theta value. Then we are substituting that theta in the terminal voltage. Therefore, Vt is equal to 1.1 at an angle of 74.9 degrees. Then theta value is equal to 74.9 degrees. Next, we calculate the steady state power or steady state stability power for this given system. Okay, therefore, that is the steady state stability means the Pmax. Okay, therefore, in this given problem, what is the formula for that Pmax? Therefore, Pmax is equal to Eg into V by xd plus x. Okay, therefore we are substituting Eg is the generated voltage. Okay, what is the generated voltage? That will be equal to Eg at an angle of delta. Okay, this is the generated voltage that will be equal to Eg at an angle of delta. Okay, therefore, we already calculate the Eg value. Therefore, what is the Eg value? That is 1.486. Okay, therefore, this Eg value is equal to 1.486. Next, what is the voltage V? Therefore, V is equal to 1 at an angle of 0 degrees. Therefore, V is equal to 1 at an angle of 0 degrees. Then V is equal to 1 at an angle of 0 by xd plus x. Okay, therefore, what is the xd? That is the generator equivalent reactance. Therefore, what is the value for that xd? That is equal to 0.4 per unit. Therefore, the generator reactance, that is xd is equal to the 0.4 per unit. Then xd is equal to 0.4 plus x. Okay, what is the infinity bus reactance? That is the infinity bus series reactance. Therefore, x is equal to 1 per unit. Okay, then we are considering x is equal to the 1. Okay, therefore, we write down the formula for that. P max is equal to easy V by XD plus X, XD plus X. That is V by X equivalent, V by X equivalent, where X equivalent is the XD plus X. In this case, XD is the generator reactance and X is the infinity bus reactance, and EG is the generated voltage and V is the system voltage. Okay, we are substituting all the values in this formula and then we obtain the P max value, that is 1.061 per unit. Therefore, this is the steady state power, steady state stability for that given system. Okay, this is the given problem. In this case, the generator is connected in series to the equivalent reactance and the infinity bus reactance, and then we apply the terminal voltage, that is VT. VT is equal to 1.1 at an angle of theta, and this will be connected to the infinity bus, that is V is equal to 1 at an angle of 0 degrees. Then we calculate the voltage and the current values by equating these two equations. Then we easily calculate the EG at an angle of delta. Okay, from the third equation, therefore the delta is equal to 90 degrees and then the real power part is equal to the 0. Okay, therefore while we are considering that real part will be equal to 0 and then we easily calculate the theta value. Okay, therefore theta is equal to 74.9 degrees. Okay, and then we substitute EG is equal to, only we are considering that sine value, therefore 1.54 sine of theta. Theta value is 74.9 degrees and then we easily obtain the EG value, that is the 1.486. Then we calculate the terminal voltage, that is VT. Therefore, VT is equal to 1.1 at an angle of 74.9 degrees. Okay, after that we calculate the P max value. Therefore, what is the formula for that P max? EG V by XD plus X. Okay, we are substituting all these values in this equation and then we obtain the maximum power, that is 1.061 per units. Okay, this is the steady state stability of the system. Okay, in the next class, we discuss about the what is meant by the transient stability, how we will be calculate that maximum power that for the transient stability of the system. Okay, that all will be discussed in the next class. Okay. Okay, thank you. Continue in the next class.